In a small village nestled in the lush hills of a modern-day African country, a teenage girl named Amina lives with her mother, Mariam. Mariam is widely respected as the village healer, a role passed down through generations. Her deep knowledge of plants, herbs, and nature's rhythms draws people from far and wide, especially those seeking cures for ailments that modern medicine can't resolve. The village community depends on Mariam, who is not only a healer, but a confidant, wise, and warm-hearted. Amina has always admired her mother, feeling both pride and a desire to one day follow in her footsteps. One evening, after returning from the forest, Mariam collapses suddenly, weakened by a mysterious illness. Her skin grows pale and her breath shallow. The villagers gather, worried and whispering. Never have they seen Mariam in such a state. Amina tries every remedy her mother taught her, but nothing eases the symptoms. Even doctors from the nearest city arrive, but they can only shrug in helplessness, unable to name the illness. It is something unknown, they say, and Amina feels their fear. Days pass, and Mariam's health only deteriorates. Amina feels the weight of responsibility growing, and in the silence of the nights she finds herself talking to the stars, asking her ancestors for guidance. She recalls stories Mariam used to tell her about a powerful relic known as the Heart of the Earth. Supposedly hidden deep within the heart of a sacred forest, this relic was said to hold the power to heal any illness, no matter how severe. One night, as she falls into a troubled sleep, Amina dreams of the relic. In her vision, a glowing object rests on an altar surrounded by ancient symbols and spirits watching protectively. Her ancestors appear to her in these dreams, silently urging her to seek it. When she wakes, she knows what she must do, though the thought fills her with both dread and determination. Gathering a small bundle, including her mother left her with instructions for through the wild, Amina steps out in the dawn mist, the village silent as she sets off alone. The elders watch her go, some nodding in approval and others whispering prayers. They know the journey is perilous and that few who set out to find the heart of the earth ever return. But they believe Amina has inherited her mother's resilience and are heartened by her bravery. Amina's journey begins with wide plains and gently rolling hills, landscapes familiar to her from childhood. She walks steadily, feeling her mother's teachings guiding her, but soon she enters the thick of the forest where the tall trees stand close together, their canopy filtering sunlight into an ever-shifting green-tinted light. This forest, known as the Green Vale, is rumored to be home to ancient spirits and wild animals. As she ventures deeper, Amina encounters her first test, a raging river blocking her path. Remembering her mother's words about patience, she searches the riverbank and finds a series of stepping stones just visible under the water's surface. She crosses carefully, her heart pounding, knowing a single misstep could wash her away. Once she reaches the other side, relief sweeps over her, but she senses something watching her from the shadows. She keeps moving, clutching the amulet her mother gave her for protection. Days turn into nights, and Amina sleeps in small groves under the trees, often dreaming of her mother or visions of her ancestors encouraging her. The forest is alive with sounds, the hoots of owls, the rustle of nocturnal animals, and faint whispers that could be the wind or could be spirits of the land. One evening, she encounters a traveler, Kofi, a young hunter who has heard of her quest. He warns her of the dangers that lie ahead and offers to join her, explaining that he, too, has lost loved ones to strange illnesses spreading across the land. Reluctant at first, Amina realizes the value of companionship, especially someone with survival skills and knowledge of the forest. Together, Amina and Kofi press on, facing the trials of the wild. At one point, they are caught in a fierce rainstorm that lasts for days, leaving them soaked and exhausted. Amina worries for her mother, feeling each moment as a test of her endurance and will, but Kofi lifts her spirits, sharing tales of his travels and traditions from his own village. She finds strength in his humor and resilience, and together they build a quiet trust as they both know their journey has no certain end. As they press on, they encounter strange signs, symbols carved into rocks and trees, animals behaving in curious ways, almost as though guiding them. These signs strengthen Amina's conviction that the spirits are watching over her. She notices that she's becoming more attuned to nature. She can sense changes in the weather and hear the faintest rustles in the undergrowth. Finally, after weeks of traveling, Amina and Kofi reach the sacred grove at the heart of the forest. Surrounded by towering ancient trees, the place has an air of profound peace. In the center of the grove lies the heart of the earth, a small, unassuming stone glowing with a soft, pulsing light. Amina feels its power immediately, and when she reaches out, it responds, filling her with warmth and visions of her ancestors who smile at her, proud and welcoming. With the relic in hand, Amina and Kofi begin their journey home, but the return is not without its trials. As they retrace their steps through the forest, they encounter obstacles, thick fogs that disorient them, sudden gusts of wind that topple branches in their path, and a strange sense that the forest is testing their resolve. Despite the hardships, Amina clutches the relic tightly, believing it will protect them. When they finally reach the outskirts of the forest, Amina realizes she is forever changed. The journey has stripped away her fears and replaced them with resilience and wisdom. Kofi, too, finds a sense of peace, having helped Amina succeed in a quest that seems to have uplifted both their spirits. As they approach the village, word spreads quickly. Villagers come out to greet them, cheering and crying with relief. Amina is overwhelmed by the outpouring of love and support, but her mind is fixed on one thing, her mother. Rushing into their small home, she finds Miriam still lying as weak as when she left. Amina places the heart of the earth beside her mother, watching and waiting, her heart racing. The relic begins to glow, casting a soft light over Miriam's face. For days, Amina sits by her mother's side, refusing to leave as the relic slowly channels its power into Miriam. Gradually, Miriam's color returns, her breathing steadies, and her eyes finally flutter open, filled with both surprise and recognition. A tear falls from Amina's eyes as she feels her mother's hand gently grasp hers. The village rejoices, and Amina is hailed as a hero. She realizes that her journey was about more than healing her mother. It was also about discovering the strength, courage, and wisdom within herself. From that day forward, she continues her mother's work as the village healer, her experiences and newfound knowledge guiding her as she serves her community. Kofi, having been forever touched by the journey, stays in the village as well, becoming a guardian of the forest and a guide for any who might seek out the heart of the earth. Together, Amina and Kofi honor the bond they forged, both grateful for the journey that changed them. If you like this story, make sure you like and subscribe for more. Bye.